Hi, welcome to Papa's Outdoor Adventures. You know, dental hygiene is pretty important, so you just caught me brushing my teeth. Well, maybe not. Anyways, welcome to the first video of Papa's Outdoor Adventures. And what we have for you is boat restoration of Richline rls1400. It's a tri-hull little fishing ski boat, 14-footer. First boat I got was this 14-foot 1953 14-foot Pioneer aluminum V-hull. As you can see in the picture that I'll post here, I gave $100 for it from the neighbor after getting it all registered and what have you. I had went through and got it legal. Ended up getting a battery and some lights and doing some work to it. And then I had a friend of mine that had a trailer. Well, this is a 1964 home-built trailer. So I thought it would go great with this 14-foot 1953 Pioneer, which is the unique thing about this boat is most of these aluminum V-hulls do not have a plug in it. This one came with a plug in it. So then I went out and I bought a 2002 4-horse Mercury 4-stroke engine to power it with. And then I ended up putting a 6-horse upgrade kit in it, which came with a new carburetor and a new prop. And that boat does about 12 miles an hour across the water, so that's not too bad. The problem I have with that boat is it's too small. It's not stable enough for the wife and I and the grandkids to go out fishing in. So what we end up doing is loading it up with our chairs, and we end up going out and fishing on the bank, which kind of defeats the purpose of having a boat for fishing. So what happened was I ended up, my son-in-law's friend, which I'll give a shout out to Mikey B, gave me a boat that had been in his family for years. I guess it was his grandfather's boat. And it kind of resembles the old Boston Whaler tri-hulls. And if you noticed in the pictures that I have, it was the trailer was wore out, the bearings were shot, the tires were shot, the trailer was all rusty, and when I took the hubs off to look at the the bearings and what have you, the spindles on the axle were ate up. So that's an address issue I had to fix. And if you also noticed in the pictures, the winch, the trailer winch itself, it was shot, and the boat was tied on with ropes and what have you. So anyways, I went this thing home. And I began looking it over. The floor was rotted. Well, I took the floor out, and I ended up replacing the floor with new stringers, plywood, which I'm in the process, you can see now, of refiberglassing everything. I stripped it all down, replaced all the plywood, and right now it's too damn cold to be out, to be trying to do plywood. The hull is not in bad shape. I had started sanding on it. I got all my paint from Total Boat, and I've got my fiberglass, which I've got to do address a few issues, like some of these cracks around here, a couple of nicks, got some spider cracks, crazing, and we'll be addressing those issues. And other than that, the boat's not bad all the way down. The thing I like about it is it's wide, and it's very stable. It's a stable boat in the water, so it makes a great fishing vessel. Now my trailer, I had already began stripping it down. I stripped all the wires and removed the axle. I'm in the process of restoring this because obviously I got to have my trailer in order to get the boat back on the trailer so I can work on the inside and the top side. These were the uprights, the guides, trailer guides. Now these were welded to a flat piece of steel and they didn't have no drainage holes in it. So what I did was I ended up drilling holes in the bottom, and I can run my wiring up, and then through my wiring I can now put my tail lights up here, up the top side. I'll be able to see better. I can see them in my mirrors better, and plus they won't get wet and submerged when I load the trailer. Now if you look, I will add some pictures of the 1972 Richline rls1400 in the descriptions there. And if you notice, the one picture I have has a boat on the top and a boat on the bottom. The boat on the top is the rls1400 fish and ski. The boat on the bottom is the 1600, which is the 16-footer. As for myself, I got the 14-footer. And then I got to looking online, and I found out that the price for that boat when it was brand spanking new was like $749. Now you try and buy a boat like that today and tell me the difference. Well, boats are expensive, everybody knows. Bring out another 1,000 is what boat stands for. So the first thing I did before I even got started on this boat, and before I even decided to rebuild it, was I went and got it legal. And you have to go to the license branch and get the affidavit and call the police out, and the police look at the VIN number. And once you go through all that and you get your numbers and your registration and all that, then you're good to go. So, which is what I did, because I want to be legal. So then the next thing I did was I went to the local boat store and I bought a used 25 horse Mercury 2-stroke. It's a 2002. Thing runs like a champ. It's electric start. It's a twist and go. And I thought that should power a 300 and some odd pound boat very well. I don't need to go fast, I just need to get there. I got a Garmin 4 fish finder for it. And I've got a old Minn Kota trolling motor. It's a hand control, it's not foot control, but it ought to do the trick just fine. It's the Minn Kota 46-pound thrust, and that ought to do the trick just fine. So that's going to be our first video, and if you like this channel, don't forget to smash that like button, ring that bell, and subscribe to my channel. Because by golly, we're going to get out there this spring and we're going to catch some fish. I know that crappies ought to be hitting here soon, if they're not now. The problem with that is, if we walk down here to the lake, we noticed you don't want to throw a jig out there because all it'll do is bounce across the top of the water. So obviously, maybe that's why people get water softeners. I don't know. Softens the top of the water. But it's February and it's too damn cold to be working on this crap. So stick with me. Hope you enjoy this. And shout out to everybody for subscribing to my channel. And this summer we'll be out on the old toys doing some biking videos. Got the Harley 2002 Road King Classic. Got the 2009 Harley Davidson 883. The old Honda 250 Rebel. And the old moped. So hope you enjoy this channel. And I'll see you next time after we get something done on the boat. Bye.